Welcome to what many call the greatest setting in college football. Husky Stadium in Seattle settled nicely between the Cascades and the Olympic Mountains, and it doesn't get much better or much louder than this. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Auburn Tigers, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Washington Huskies. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Auburn will kick it off to get things started. He'll bring it out. It's Jackson. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Offense set on first down. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. The give to the tailback. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22. Guys, this rough start is hardly what they had in mind to start SEC play, and it's not going to get any easier.
Well, no doubt about it. There were big expectations surrounding this program inside SEC play this year, and things haven't necessarily gone their way. They've had to fight a ton of adversity, but, David, they believe they have the leadership in the locker room to turn it around, but it's got to start today.
Yeah, one at a time. Like, we got to start today. We got to find something. We got to find what we're really good at, what we can hang our hat on so we can start to build some momentum throughout the season. Obviously not the start we wanted, but we got to point to the next opportunity.
The Huskies love these backs that can churn up yardage like a Corey Dillon and Napoleon Kaufman used to do.
Just guys that you can depend on, guys you can hand it to and know you're going to get really, really good production. Then what does that do? It opens up the whole offense, gets everybody jacked up in the Pacific Northwest.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
I love early in the game getting my quarterback in the ground. Coming out, short passes, easy completions. Now we're getting in a good spot.
Line getting set on 2nd down. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the 1st down.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the 1st down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
And the Huskies have this offense rolling. Can't get him to the ground. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
Three wideouts to the right on 2nd and 8. Quarterback checking the play. Wide receiver shows motion. He wants to pass it on 2nd down. He's right on target. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26.
Really nice looking pass there. You think about all the great Washington quarterbacks, right? Warren Moon, the Heward brothers, Mark Brunell, Jake Browning. The greatest quarterback name in college football history, Sonny Six Killer. That guy was throwing seeds at the University of Washington. This dude right here, putting on his best Sonny Six Killer impersonation.
Finally stopped at the 20-yard line after a pickup of 6.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Right back to it. Runs through a tackle. He's got enough, and it'll be a first down for Washington.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
Looking to move it through the air. They're setting up the screen. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. Now, how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Pulls and throws out the RPO. Touchdown, Huskies! Reeled it in and just made the house call.
You love as a head coach to watch your offense take the field and establish a rhythm and consistency the way they did there. Everything they dialed up was working to perfection. They go 10 plays on the opening drive and cap it off with a touchdown.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So a drive there of 85 yards, and they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Fair catch called for and made. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. They'll start this drive with a pass. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
Offensive linemen are offensive linemen for a reason. They're not as fast as those guys on the edge. And you can see the defensive end came screaming off the edge, got to the quarterback before that O-lineman could do anything about it. Nice job of that defensive end. Scoop them sacks, baby.
They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. Now the play fake. Pressure coming. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
This senior quarterback moving the chains and picking up a first down for his team.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run, go get the first down, keep this drive rolling.
He wants to throw. Working that left side now. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
Makes the grab. At the 35, he's got room. He's off to the races. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
Wants to go up top. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
And just an awesome job by that defender on that play. Great awareness, and he had his eyes on the quarterback, so he saw the ball thrown, and as such, he was able to go and swat it.
It's complete, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting into rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
And the extra point was good. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. He'll call for the fair catch here. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want it. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So in this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. He's looking to throw it. Feeling some heat. Complete downfield. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
And a really good job by the quarterback being very decisive. He saw his matchup. He went for it. He attacked it. Got the positive gain. I would say he's going to find that guy a few more times today.
They're lining up on 1st and 10 from the 38. On the ground with the counter. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on 1st down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
This offense has a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. Setting up the screen. They'll knock him down behind the line, and that's how we'll end this quarter. They've changed ends of the field, now facing 3rd down as they go back to work. Wide receiver now comes in motion. They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. Gets it out quickly. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the 1st down. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
Get it out on the screen. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And I tell you what, really good job by the defense. They did not bite on it thinking it was a long pass down the field. You could tell they were ready for it. As soon as they saw the screen, they broke on it, got the running back down super quick.
And here comes play number 6 of the drive. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. It's amazing how a play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
all you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want it.
Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. The offense will have to use its first time out of the half. Washington comes to the line with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Not much room. He gets one down to the 7.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read. Read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On the option. He'll toss it. And they just didn't get anybody on that defense out of position, and they will lose yardage on that one.
And the offense, they're just trying to be physical. They're trying to run this ball in down close to the goal line. The defense, though, they're having none of it.
They've gotten pushed back, but it's still third and goal. Wide out in motion. They'll look to throw on third and goal. He's got his man. And they'll get him down inside the 5, but this offense powering toward a score.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Absolutely perfect. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Iowa State needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with that crowd there in Ames behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. They're trailing by 11 to Boston College. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Quickly complete. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. They really performed at an elite level in conference play, and that'll build your confidence as we continue through this SEC season.
This was a team that was really motivated in the offseason coming into this one, and they knew the challenge ahead of them, but they also know how talented they are. And, David, they're putting that on display each and every week here in SEC.
Throws into double coverage, and it's picked off. Just a small return, but a big play as they have it now at the 45.
You know, I like the decision by the quarterback in terms of where he was going with the ball. Just don't like the accuracy. That was not good location on the throw. Got away from him a little bit, and the defense able to come up with a big pick.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The big pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 1. Quarterback will audible. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
Wow, how about the stop-start speed? That reminds you of Napoleon Kaufman or Bishop Sankey, Myles Gaskin, great Washington Husky running backs of years past that just made defenders look silly because of that stop-start ability. This dude has some wheels.
They'll throw it on first down. Oh, he makes the catch. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
The number one goal as a defense is try to hit the QB as many times as possible. Try to rattle him, try to get him flustered a little bit. Nice job getting there, getting the hit on him, but nice job of executing by the quarterback. Taking the hit, delivering the strike.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
And they sniff that draw out. With a draw, you really have to sell that pass like you're going to throw the ball down the field, but the defensive line, the defense was not biting it. You could tell they were ready for it. Came, got on the running back, got him on the ground quick, fast, and in a hurry.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He's got an open man. Tackled, but he has a first down.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great defenses.
The Huskies are on the move. They'll run it on the counter. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They go to the ground. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
The interesting thing about these RPOs is it takes a lot of communication. You know, the quarterback sticks it in the belly of the running back, and the running back doesn't know if he's going to take it or not. And you could tell, took the football, got north-south, got upfield, got a great positive gain and a positive play for this offense.
On 1st and goal, let's see what Washington does. Trying to power it in. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Tries again to get it in. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Third and goal for the offense. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Washington.
I mean, they got nothing on the last snap. Let's see if they try to throw it in on 3rd and goal from the 1. Trying to pound their way in. Knocked off his feet. The defense burns their 3rd and final timeout of the half.
Man, it has been a long drive offensively. I just feel like you got to pay this off and be aggressive. You're down close. Punch it in for a touchdown here, Pollack.
Yeah, and inside the 3-yard line, I think I might try to finish this off with a touchdown. I ate up a ton of clock, wore these guys out. Now they'd have to go the length of the field if I missed.
On 4th and goal, no thought of the field goal. They'll go for the touchdown. The snap sets up the throw. Quarterback extends the play to the end zone, and it's picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. And it just turns out to be a missed opportunity. You get the ball in the red zone, and you turn it over.
Momentum, it plays a big role for teams and especially for offenses. And when you have chances like that, when you're down in this area of the field, you've got to be able to come away with points. Even if it's not going to be a touchdown, you are not leaving this area of the field without putting at least 3 up on the board. Missed opportunity for the other.
The defense calls the timeout, and that's their last one of the half. They are pinned deep, and this crowd is letting them have it. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell.
They'll throw again after the incompletion. Wide open, he makes the catch. And he's running in the open. Touchdown, Auburn! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. The kickoff team out there and ready to go. Oh, he's going to go for the return. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
They're trying to get to it. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
Still on his feet at the 45. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Sometimes these guys just have eyes in the back of their head. You saw it right there. He was able to buy himself time, get outside the pocket, and at that point, I think the decision was pretty easy. Hey, I can go get this with my feet. He was able to do that. Now they got a fresh set of downs.
Washington coming to the line with another first down. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. After run, now throw. Stands in and takes the hit. And he intercepts it. Got some room to run. Not only a great play, but tremendous discipline by this sophomore to make the pick.
It's so easy to be up here in the booth and say, you should have put more zip on that. Sometimes you got to use the lob wedge. That time, you probably should have used the drive.
Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
Got his man downfield. His defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26.
Tackled on the play at the 26-yard line. And first down for the offense.
And it's first down, but they'll try the field goal in the closing seconds of the first half. Just drives it between the uprights. And they'll trot off to the locker room after the field goal to close the half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Washington ready to kick off to start this second half. Fielded in the end zone, it's Cole. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Second down coming up. He's looking to throw. Time to take a shot. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. He goes out of bounds, but he creates the turnover and a great opportunity for his offense.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board. You still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open. And if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Wants to throw on second down. Ball in the air. Intercepted. Got room on the return. The 10. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Tigers. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick six.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I show you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Oh, so close to paying off the tip. Really had it in his hands, but it falls incomplete.
Defense doing a great job watching the quarterback's eyes and breaking on the ball. They already have 2 picks in the game, and they swat that one away. They are doing an awesome job in coverage.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He's got the back in the middle. So important to convert these third downs, and they get it done. They'll have it at the 42.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
At the 45 on his way. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down.
How about the left side of the line, getting off the ball, creating some holes for that running back to get through, make a big play on the handoff to the left.
When something works that well, you might as well go right back to it. I mean, they showed no indication that they could stop it.
I like to go back to it and hurry up. Get to the line of scrimmage quick, run it again.
Going up top on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Yeah, and you don't see very many quarterback hits on screens. You know, the offense wants to bluff real quick and make it look like pass, and the quarterback's supposed to pop up, look like pass, and quickly get rid of it. You could tell timing all wrong. It was all jacked up, and that play went absolutely nowhere.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On second down, he'll let it fly. Finds his back in the middle. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. You can hand it to him. You can throw it to him. Either way, he's making his presence felt.
Those are your favorite plays, Reese, the him plays, right? They're finding ways to get him the ball because he can make plays, whether it's running or receiving out of the backfield. They're going to continue to highlight this guy.
In the gun and looking to throw on third down. He's got his man. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on third down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. Back to the air one more time. Quickly complete. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Got it, looking for the first down. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Perfect timing to call that pass play. It's 3rd and short down here in the red zone. Everybody in the stadium expecting you to run the football, and if you don't get it, maybe you kick a field goal, maybe you go for it on 4th. You don't have to worry about that now. Because of the pass completion, it's 1st and goal.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. A run up the middle is stuck for no gain.
A really good play by this defense, seeing it, attacking it, going and getting it. Obviously, they're running the RPO. They weren't fooled. They played the run, came up, made a nice tackle, got the running back on the ground.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
And after getting it right on the edge, they'll try to punch it in on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Huskies. That dude's really big. How in the world did they lose him?
He's down here. He does a lot of blocking. You play a lot of man coverage in the red zone. And what do? You peek in the backfield, and you lose the big fella. I don't know how he lost that big of a guy, but he lost him.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Cole. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he had just taken a knee in the end zone. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
So much for the tough field position. One play, and you're already to the 35. Motion from the offense. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Good enough for a first down.
He's going to pass. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
Well, with his speed, they're going to keep blitzing him over and over because you'll get results like that right there. Kind of reminds you of Joe Kelly, a great linebacker at Washington in the 80s, or maybe Mason Foster as well. Those guys can go sideline to sideline, but they can also blitz. This guy can do it all.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Going for it all. He caught it. They will score. Touchdown, Tigers.
And what nice play design. You get your speedster, you put him in the slot, usually get a better matchup, and then what do? You fade him towards that sideline, run a go. Nice ball thrown way out wide. He just runs underneath it, and just too much speed. Couldn't catch him. Gets in the end zone for 6.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Iowa State needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with that crowd there in Ames behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. They're trailing by just 4 to Boston College. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Give to the running back. And the tackle was made, but there has been a flag thrown. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Leaves it with the running back. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down.
Yeah, and listen, this guy's had a good day. I know they're trailing and they need to put some drives together, but I also wouldn't abandon him because he's had such a monster day, and he's been the bright spot so far for this offense.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. There is a lot of real estate in front of this offense as the ball is touched dead at the 5.
Dude, how about that boom? I mean, you talk about power. That dude just booted that thing halfway across the field, completely flipping the field position and getting it down inside the 10. That is a nice job by that punter.
Trying to start the drive with a pass. Finds space on the right. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
And, man, this quarterback has had a day. With that pass, he goes over 300 yards on the day. Really nice job executing, putting up some yards today. Pretty good day for the young man.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great team defense on that one. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Now the toss. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down.
And that's good enough for a 1st down. That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Auburn 31, Washington 17.
The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
And you see those balls in practice sometimes. They're just off the mark. You don't know how to control it. You don't know what goes wrong, but sometimes QBs miss, and it's an incompletion.
Now on 2nd down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Unloads to the right. He's got him wide open. Busts through behind his pad. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So the offense will decline that penalty after the big play. And the Tigers are rolling down the field. They'll throw it on 1st down. Going for the big play. And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business.
Look, big-time playmakers make big plays in big games. That guy needed to make that interception at this critical juncture of the game. There's still time for them to go out and win it. Could that be the play that sparks this team?
And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Paul.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this game.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The give to the left. Finds a crease at the 20. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
And I tell you what, we can focus on the left side of the line of scrimmage because that's where the play starts. But you don't get big gains when you run out wide unless wide receivers, yes, wide receivers, commit to blocking, staying on their guys. Really good job on the outside by giving the running back space to make the big play.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. Sends it downfield. Reels it in on the left side. And chunk plays on the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Fast motion from the offense. To the air on 1st down. Coming after it. Makes his connection. Made the stop at the 40, but it's a 10-yard gain and a fresh set of downs.
I'll tell you, you've got to give this defense credit. That was only his 2nd catch of the game. He came into this as one of the best receivers in all of college football, but this defense had a plan. They have shut him down. They have limited him, and that's why they're winning right now.
Now on 1st down from the 40. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
2nd down coming up.
Got some work to do on 2nd down after that last one. They need 13. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Pocket starts to collapse. And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
On 3rd down, going up top. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And the defense at this point understands that the offense is going to have to try to throw the football, all right? They already got a lead, so they're now pinning their ears back and getting after this guy, trying to get him to the ground.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. On 4th down, looking to pass. Going to take a shot at this DB. And that is interception number 3 on the day.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Gonna take a shot. This will be picked off. Maybe just the turning point they needed. Takes it the other way. He looked as if he thought he had it all the way, and this junior makes a play.
That's one of the only ways you were getting back in this game. You had to force a turnover. You still got to score twice at least to get back in this ball game to try to win it. Great stop. Now it's the offense's turn. I need to score and score quickly.
The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
He wants to throw here on 2nd down. Caught over the middle. It's Murphy. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
I don't know who on defense is going to cover this guy. Honestly, he could be a problem for this defense over the middle of the field in the passing game.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a 1st down without scoring. 3rd down. They move the tight end all over. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And that one is picked off in the end zone. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the 4th quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, we should have ran a better route.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. The give and tick, 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 tick. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the 1st down.
I'm loving this offense mixing the toss plays in their game plan. And what these tosses are going to do, it's going to set up a play action opportunity where they can fake the toss and try to take a shot downfield.
They'll put it in play from the 40 on 1st and 10. Quick pass on the fly motion. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Quarterback will keep it. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Takes a hit as he fires. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
And that's a play on third down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give them a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it though.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we see miracles in college football all of the time, and they could use one here. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. But for this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
He's taking a deep shot. And that one would have been picked off if he could have stayed in bounds, and the quarterback will live to tell about it.
I'll tell you, this offense just can't afford too many more incompletions because time's running out in the game. They need big plays in the passing attack, vertically down the field, and they've got to score some touchdowns.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And they almost had another one. Rare is the occasion when you're happy to see 4th down, but it's better than throwing another pick.
And now such a tough situation. Late in this game, you're trailing, but now it's 4th and long. Like, it's one thing if it's 4th and short. This makes it even more difficult. You got to have something dialed up you feel really great about.
On 4th down, going to the air. Makes the grab, and he's got the first. And not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Well, it's been a little bit of a seesaw here the last 2 plays. Offense gets a chunk play, and then the defense gets a sack. Great job by the defense there, turning the page and coming up with the big one.
First down sack, pushes it back. Now it's 2nd down. Quarterback checking off. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Here's a throw downfield late. This is a 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. And they can't make the play on 3rd down.
After that incompletion, 4th and long now on your own side of the field, you're trailing in the 4th quarter. What's your go-to play call here in the passing game? Where is the matchup that you trust in to come up with a big one to give yourself a chance to stay alive and win this game?
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. Going the other way, and he's got room. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Auburn. This team just knows how to finish. They keep getting better and better and better, and they are close to going 9-0.
How about that, man? 4th down, trying to go make a play, get this offense going, get it sparked, get some points on the board, and that couldn't have gone any worse. They throw the pick. Not only that, they return it all the way back for 6. That offense just shot themselves right in the foot.
Coming out with it, it's Jackson. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14.
First and 10.
The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Not a lot of hope here, down 3 possessions late.
No, and I love this part as a pass rusher because I'm just pinning my ears back, getting to the quarterback. I know it's a pass every single time. Palmer, I'm trying to pad my stats. I'm sure you're just trying to stay upright.
Well, we're definitely just trying to stay alive at this point, but you're also trying to build confidence, too, for your next opponent. If you can find some completions late in the game, even though it looks like you're going to lose it, it's all about building on the good things you do this week so that you're out executing at a higher level.
And I think this offense is all but surrendered, right? Like, they're down so much. They need to be throwing the football if they want to score a bunch of points to get back in this game. But they got to find something moving forward, man. This was a rough day. This was not a great offensive performance. They got to bounce back the next opportunity, the next moment, because today, oof, it was not a good day.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating him up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
Winning those individual 6-second battles every play, time after time after time after time, and that leads to a victory here.
And I love when teams go out and play like it's sudden death. Like if they lose the game, their entire season is over. This game wasn't for the national championship, but you wouldn't know that watching this winning team, David. Tremendous effort and tremendous execution.
I love competitive people. I love competitive coaches. I love competitive teams that they know that their job is to go out and get a W no matter where you play. You want to play in the parking lot? We'll go meet you. Great job by this team being ready, getting the W.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.